Evening, everyone. Welcome to our Women Leading in Change webinar. Thank you very much for joining us. I am Lumka Maneli, joining you from South Africa. I am just currently standing in for our program director. I was just having some technical problems. She was with us just now, but she'll be joining us soon. But I would like to welcome you all. I'm seeing now faces that I haven't seen in a very long time, and I'm so happy to see you all. The time now is on my side, 7 minutes past 6. I think without wasting any time, I am going to just briefly talk about the reason for the webinar. So the reason for the webinar today, obviously, it is to let the people know about this wonderful program of Women Leading in Change, which is a program by Female Wave of Change. We have today our teachers. We have the founder of our Female Wave of Change who's going to tell us about the background of this wonderful program. And we also have the alumni who's going to share with us what was it for them to be in this program and what have they achieved, you know, where are they now, and what are the wonderful things that have learned from the program, what were their takeaways from the program to share with everyone. I think without wasting any time, I'm going to hand over to Ingun Ball, who is the founder of Female Wave of Change, who's also one of the teachers, the wonderful teachers in our program, Women Leading in Change. Over to you, Ingun. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Lumka. And it's really great to see so many women here, you know, teachers and alumni of the program. So fantastic to be here on this Sunday afternoon here in Europe, at least. Yes, I'm the founder and president of Female Wave of Change. And the reason why we started 6 years ago already with this wonderful organization is that we saw that we live in a world of change, rapid change, and you know, change is good. Fast change is good, but we really didn't like the direction in which we were heading. And for us, it was actually pretty clear that we needed something else to change the direction. And we really strongly believe that authentic feminine leadership is the way to move forward. And that doesn't mean that we only need those leaders on the top of organizations, in politics, etc. But we need women at all levels of society who step into that leadership and lead change. And it can be their own life. It can be something happening in their community, in their village, town, or in their country. We think big, so, you know, we can all be the drop in the ocean that creates that wave of change at all levels. So diving into that, well, your own, who you are, finding your authenticity again, and really knowing your feminine values, being aware of your feminine energy, that will really drive change in this crazy world. And that way we really can create something that will be a legacy that we can be proud of for the next generations. So that was the reason that actually with Renee, and I'm really happy that she's here, stepped back as board member a couple of months ago, but there was this sunny afternoon that we were sitting outside and said, we really need to create something that we can guide those women to do that transformation journey and step into that authentic feminine leadership. And actually, a couple of hours later, we said, okay, this is it. This is the design. This is the framework. Let's talk with all these women who are in our organizations, these teachers, women with a lot of wisdom, knowledge, and experience who can guide women from all over the world to step into their leadership. So, of course, changes have been made over the last couple of years, but it's really fantastic to see how many women already have done that program. And it's so wonderful to see women together in groups, you know, women from, you know, the boardroom, women from, you know, really high in organizations or in politics, also together in groups, coming together with women who are really working at that grassroots level. And, you know, from day one, from session one, we are more the same than we are different. And we learn so much from each other. And that is also, I think, really one of the strengths of this wonderful program. So I'm not going to share a lot more. Lumka, or maybe Tabello is back by now. But going back to you, Lumka.
Hi, Ingun. Yes, thank you very much for giving us the background on the Female Web of Change and the Women Leading in Change. I'm now going to hand over to Renee, who Ingun just passionately spoke about just now. And I would like to hear from you, Renee, about the Women Leading in Change.
Thank you, Lumka. Thank you, Ingun. And it's a great honor for me, and I'm so happy to be here. So I'm Renee. I'm a Dutch lady from, and have been in the board more than 4 years, from 2018 till September 2022. And one of the wonderful things that we've done is indeed creating this program, Women Leading in Change. And it's funny, I think it was exactly like Ingun told us, like we thought about this concept and we sat together and we drafted a program. The beginning actually of the program was very interesting. It was in September 2019 when we had this, 2018 when we had the Human Rights Months. And two things came out of that initiative in Female Wave of Change. And these were two things that women found would really need. I mean, financial independence and education. And that's actually the core of how we started thinking about this program. Of course, the program couldn't have done and is still thriving because of our teachers. And we have a few great teachers in our program. You'll hear them soon. The program is actually, maybe some of you know, I've been in HR for quite of my life and currently coaching. The program is nothing that I've ever seen back then. We really designed something new. And the uniqueness of the program I'll talk about later, but it's really with the teachers that come together every time that make the program so wonderful. So what is the uniqueness in my opinion and in my experience? The safe space. This is one of the unique points of this program. This space happens from the beginning, and the ones who have been in the program are alumni, they know it. It's magic. It's just because of this trust and understanding that this space is there from the beginning. And it happens all the times, every time, all the 9-10 times that we run the program. There's a strong bond very quickly on with the teachers and also through the participants. And this unique point is indeed that the students, the participants, learn from the teachers, obviously, and they learn from each other. They really see what's happening at the other side of the world because it's such a global and international slate of participants that we have from, you'll see the participants that we had, like from America to South Africa to Asia. And so this bond, this other uniqueness I find in the program, this bond together, the supportive nature of it, women have bonded for friendship, have bonded for professional collaboration. So that's something that you don't see often in more normal programs, I would say. And this also comes with the spirit of abundance. So when one of us is happy, is celebrating something, make this big step, the others all join in because there's enough love and celebration and happiness and success for everyone. So that's another spirit that I feel in that program. And last but not least is what I really like, and I think is pretty unique in the program, is that it's an inner journey. So we really go deep into what's you and what's your personal authentic leadership. And this is also focused on action. And you see many times either programs that really dive deep internally, or they are, skill training and moving to action. And I think our program is the combination of the two, both the deep dive, the inner work, and also moving to action. So these 4 points for me, the really unique nature. And because it's coming from this internal journey and then move to action, it's really focusing on each participant individually. So these outcomes will be different. Every woman will, make their own personal journey, individual outcomes, individual things that they learn from their leadership, unlocking their own potential. Now, in the past years, we've seen women do amazing things after the program, even beyond their own beliefs sometimes, I guess, and they will talk about it. I mean, we have alumni changed careers, got promoted, created personal boundaries, or in their family life, personal boundaries, became entrepreneur, founded NGOs, and you'll hear fantastic stories of the ladies who are here. So again, if you like what you hear in the next hour, don't hesitate and join us in one of the upcoming programs in 2023. And that's my contribution for now. So back to Lumka, and thank you for the opportunity.
Wow, thank you. Thank you very much, Renee, for that background. It is really a safe space, and it is really a place where we really learn from each other. And I'm happy that you're already inviting the people to think about it. And I'm hoping that this is exactly what we're going to achieve in the next hour or so, convincing people and giving them the why they have to embark on this transformational journey. Without wasting any time, I'm going to move on to our teachers to hear more about them and their involvement in the program, and also their experience. That you're already inviting the people to think about it. And I'm hoping that this is exactly what we're going to achieve in the next hour or so, convincing people and giving them the why they have to. And I'm hoping that this is exactly what we're going to achieve in the next hour or so, convincing people and giving them the why they have to. And I'm hoping that this is exactly what you're going to achieve in the next hour or so.
Someone has their Facebook recordings on.
Oh.
So you're live streaming on Facebook, and that is what you hear right now.
Oh,
so,
okay. All
yeah,
right.
so
it was a bit difficult to talk over that. Yeah, so we're going to hear from our teachers, like I said, their involvement, and also of course, as much as the participants learn from each other, I'm sure the teachers have also learned one or two from the participants. So let's hear from the teachers. Do we have Mami Yvonne on the line? We're going to start with Mami Yvonne from South Africa. Mami Yvonne? Okay, I think because she seems not to be hearing us, can we go to Pamela Thompson, the ambassador female of change all the way from Canada?
Yes, thanks
Hi,
oh, Yvonne is there. I see Yvonne there.
I think she's having challenges. We'll come back to her. Yes.
Do you want to go back to her, or do you want me to start?
Please, Pam, you can go ahead.
Okay, then. Yes, I'm very honored to be Ambassador for Canada, Female Wave of Change. And in that role, my role is primarily to also build the community in Canada. And to that end, I founded Female Wave of Change Canada in December 2020. In terms of what I teach the module on authentic feminine leadership. And as Ingen initially introduced, to elaborate further, we talk about the qualities of an authentic feminine leader, things like creativity, collaboration, intuition, inclusiveness, emotional intelligence, qualities typically associated with the female, the feminine. That said, men can have these qualities and learn them as well. So in this module, as Renee eloquently said, we talk about inner journeys in each part of the session, and then we also move to action. So in the module that I teach, we go over the various qualities and we have each participant identify what each quality means to them and a leader to choose a leader that emulates that quality for them. And then what they do is they actually do a self-assessment on each of the qualities and rate themselves in terms of how they feel they are internalizing that particular quality at this point in time. So it could be, and 1 being not at all, and 10 being I rock at it. I'm a rock star at it. So part of that process is they learn about themselves, and they also learn then to identify which ones they may want to work on and which ones are game changers for them, and to reflect on workplace settings and notice if they stood in their power related to a quality, whether it really supported them or it didn't. So what are the challenges as well when we step into our authentic feminine leadership, when we're inside organizations that may be very masculine based in terms of how they reward people, in terms of all the metrics. And then we go on to action. And as you probably know, there's a lot of power in sharing with a group what you want to do next. So the participants are encouraged to choose at least 1 quality they want to step into and feel more comfortable internalizing into their leadership. And so they move forward with that. And in terms of the participants and as a teacher in this program, it is so rewarding to be part of this, to see the students from the very beginning, because even though my module is later on, I like to at least tune in at the first one when people are introducing themselves, and the variety of students we have. As Ingrid spoke at the very beginning, women from all walks of life. You don't have to be CEO. You don't have to be a well-known leader. You can be someone who's a leader in your family, in your community. And so the diversity of backgrounds in terms of leadership, cultures, that's the other unique piece, is like you could have somebody who has their own business and they're in South Africa, and someone else who's a coach in the States. And for everyone to share and learn and grow together, it is really remarkable to see the progress over the 3-month journey. So yes, I encourage you, if you're interested, to join us. It is, there's a fantastic group of teachers and amazing participants too, from all over the world. So I think that's all I have to say right now.
Thank you very much, Pam. Thank you. I don't know if I'll be putting you on the spot. I just wanted to also find out if you can think of any interesting or anything that you have come across, or any participant that just said something that was, or shared something that was powerful or impactful during the engagements in the sessions.
That's a great question. I don't want to sort of focus in on one person, but I think what is interesting is when people identify the qualities that are challenging for them, when they dig deeper and reflect and say, well, why is this a challenge for me? Is it because it's not a natural way of being? Or is it because of the structure that I'm in is not a good fit for me? Because what I've learned in my own professional journey is when I was younger, I would choose positions based on advancing. Like, okay, I looked at the position description and say, yeah, I want to do that. That's going to take me higher. But I really didn't look at the organizational fit. And you can have a great position that the position description looks great for you. But then if you get into an organizational culture that is strongly masculine and doesn't really, they might even say that they're collaborative or value partnerships, but they reward individuals. They don't reward teamwork. So I think that's an interesting part of the process when people are asked to reflect not only on their own internal qualities that they have related to authentic feminine leadership, but also looking at how that fits into organizations. And then what might they do in the future? It could be choose an organization and look at fit and do more intel, if you will, on the organization, and or look at, well, what could I do to potentially change it a little bit based on where I am?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Pam. Moving on, do we have Mommy Yvonne on the line? Mama, without wasting time, I'm going to hand over to you to share a bit about your experience in this journey of women leading in change.
Thank you
As
so
we-
much, Lumka. What a blessed Sunday. And we're so thankful to Ingen and, of course, to Renee for the vision. What really attracted me to Women Leading in Change was to see women coming together and acknowledging the ancient wisdom that women have always played a leadership role. And they've always done things. The only difference is that in the background. And so what is critical now is just to stand out there and say, coming together as women, we can tap into our own wisdom. The role that I play with the Women Leading in Change started in 2018, and I joined Saskia with the Tree of Life using a Stephen Covey model. We've seen a lot of transformation there. So many women discovered themselves, embarked on their personal mastery, and took responsibility to lead, because there are few things that inspire women in that particular program. The first thing is that if you need to lead change, it has to start within. And what needs to happen is for you to be aware where you come from. Do I know myself? What is this change that I'm looking for? So before you even work out on what do you want to change, how you're gonna change it and when and how, it's important to know your story, to know where you come from, to know where you are at this particular moment, and to have a vision of how you will navigate. So it was such a pleasure to work with many teachers from all over the world, and I've seen them sharing their unique talents and gifts. For me, that's what stands out. And I think the cherry on top is that most of the women that we started with in 2018, at this point, they know their purpose. They know the reason why they are born. And they are sharing their stories, which is another level where I used to do it with another teacher, Tanya, but now I'm doing it on my own. It's the power of storytelling. There is something extraordinary when you know your own story, when you own it, when you share it, and when you listen to other people's stories, and just not going deeper and deeper, but the few highlights. This is what happened at the end of the storytelling. We engaged with each other and said, having told your own story and having taken the courage and the boldness to look at your blind spots and to listen to things that you have never heard, what has happened in your transformation journey? And we find that most of our participants will share what those stories confirmed about themselves. They will share what they already know about themselves, which is a beautiful thing, because most of us are good and we are great and we've got things to do. But the challenge is that we want someone to confirm it. We want validation, and we're comparing ourselves, we're competing. So the beauty of this journey is that you stop looking outside and you delve deeper. And the second thing is that when you tell your story, something gets revealed, and we get deeper into that conversation, that what has come up, what has unveiled or revealed itself as you listen to your own story within and listening to each other's stories. And lastly, is that whether you've done the Tree of Life or the storytelling, in one way or the other, you will experience transformation. What is important is for you to be aware, to know, how did I do things before I joined the Women Leading in Change? And it is that third level, which is a transformation journey, And the engagement we usually have with our students is that now you understand why you think the way you do. Do you understand why you say things the way you say them? How you behave and your attitude and how you relate to other people. And there is no way that you won't if you know who you are, where you're coming from, because as I summarize it, is that it leaves you with a very beautiful gift, knowing your strengths, and we encourage our students to hold on them. How many of us spend hours and hours trying to work on our weaknesses, things that don't work well, and you find that before you know it, life is over, before you've lived a purposeful life, before you've achieved what you would have wanted to achieve, before you've fulfilled your dreams, and before you have touched lives, just because you're ignoring your strength and wasting time on other things. However, we do encourage people to know where they are weak and encourage them to find ways in which they work on their weaknesses. Most importantly, they look at the opportunities that are there, but they are missing because of wasted time, because of not knowing our purpose in life, because of not knowing who we are. Our history is very important, but you don't dwell there. Women Leading in Change has got so many teachers that help people to delve deeper, to heal their inner pain, to stop dwelling in the past and to look into the future. So those are the things that I've experienced. And I think my aha moment was to see people documenting their stories as women living that legacy, taking that risk to say, yes, it's my story. It's authentic, as Ingen said earlier on, and I'm going to share it just the way it is and learn from it and build on my strength. And I'm not going to spend the rest of my life focusing on threats and on weaknesses. Threats are there, but they want us to grow, to develop, to have that self-mastery, to lead our own journey so we can be the change that we want to see. I think I'll conclude with one beautiful message that I've learned from all our leaders here is that we are the change that we've always been looking for. So it's important for us to delve deeper, work with the inner world, change the inner world, and then the world around us will just shine. Yeah, I'm sure you can always engage if there's anything else that you need from Mami Yvonne. Otherwise, by profession, I'm a teacher through and through. So in the past 38 years of my career, we've been teaching and inspiring. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mama. Thank you very much. I see our program director is back online. I am going to hand over to our Stivelo Mokema, our program director. Over to you, ma'am.
Lumka, thank you so much, and good evening, everyone. The weirdest of things happened, but I won't go into it. I'm just glad that I'm able to join you back here online, and I came in listening to our wonderful storyteller and teacher, Mami Yvonne. You know, on a personal note, one of the things that I gained out of engaging with her through Female Wave of Change is I finally got to write something down, because she kept saying to me, it is time that you write. So when she talks about, you know, the importance of storytelling and sharing your strengths and your weaknesses, I can bear witness, you know, and a whole lot of other people as well can bear witness to how she really encourages all of us, you know, to be able to, what's the word that I'm looking for? Be not scared to share our stories. And I'm sure we've heard from our founder, Ingun, the founder of Female Wave of Change, started in 2017, and here we are still going and, gaining strength every month, every year, every day, from our board member, honorary board member, Renee. And Renee, who's also been a huge and strong pillar, in the program. Sadly, I missed out on what wonderful Bonnie was sharing, but I will pick up. I'll pick up on the recording and head Mami Von. So it's been lovely, and we were meant to be joined by 2 other teachers. Unfortunately, they are not able to do so. Adriana Meyer, who is based in Qatar, and Bonnie's still to follow. Okay, thank you. What's her name? Adriana Meyer, who is based in Qatar, and she's also the ambassador of the Female Wave of Change in Qatar, and a key business coach, has played a key role as well in the program. And Margriet van der Oort, who's also the ambassador from Netherlands, on the organization is, and most of you know, and you will get to know when you join the program, Ingun and Renee are also teachers on the program. So we have this very broad and wide expertise and experience that are here with us to ensure that we gain the skills and knowledge that's required. Sorry, there's a fly that's decided to join me in this session. And now this is a moment to hear from one of our teachers, and who is also the founder, of another organization. I'm looking for information, Bonnie, because I don't want to say the wrong thing. The founder and global mentor of Inspired Women Lead. Bonnie, over to you. Share with us your experiences and your message to attract people onto the program.
Thank you so much, Tabelo. Well, first of all, I'd like to say I'm very proud to be a global ambassador of now I'm going to get the Female Wave of Change, and to be a teacher of the women leading in change. And what's beautiful is both of those terms have the word change in it. And change is usually scary to people. And yet without it, we don't advance. We don't actually develop as we want to. So I think it's very important to keep that in mind rather than be fearful of it, to embrace it. Change is wonderful. Now, I have the privilege of being the one to lead the session, which is called Stepping Back, Capturing New Perspectives, because the program is so rich. There's so much really profound material in it that is life-changing. And I'll let the former participant share that about it. That what's important is we have this moment about 2/3 of the way through the program to actually stop, turn around, and look at where we have come from just since the program began. And I think it's revolutionary to hear the women at this moment as they recognize the growth that they've already made just in the weeks that they've been within the program. And once again, to be looking at, well, if this is where I've come from, and this is where I want to go, then what are the actions that one begins to make above and beyond what we've already done? And to me, that is just such a rich moment, because in life, we move along too rapidly in what we're doing. We don't take this opportunity often enough to just turn around. I mean, Female Wave of Change began in 16, 17, and look where it has come. And it's the same for the vision of each of the women in the program. What is it she wants? Where has she already come? And then where is she going? And I think that's maybe enough for me to say about this particular part. It's not one that's as structured as the others, because it's your opportunity to stop and to gauge where you are and to make some adjustments at the same time and some further decisions about where you're going from where you are at that particular moment. One thing that hasn't been mentioned specifically that I think is so essential for you to know, though, Mama Yvonne said that she actually teaches her segment with Saskia. Saskia is from another part of the world. She's from Europe. Mama Yvonne, as you understood, is from South Africa. And to have this cross-cultural leadership of the sessions, I think is also very unique and something very special for you to be looking at as you decide to take advantage of this opportunity to invest in yourself and therefore invest in all of the people who are going to be learning from you and watching you as their role model. And I will stop there just to say, treat yourself to a gift and take advantage of this program. There is none other like it. Thank you. Thank you, Tabello.
Wow, Bonnie, I love the message that you have left to everybody to say, you know what, take advantage. Take advantage, because I think in probably a year or a few years' time, we're going to be seeing so many people want to be coming onto the program, especially because they see the results of the people that are around them, right? You've indicated, the importance of helping people, to be able to go through the change and handle the change that they go through. And I think for so many of the people that have completed the program, it's being able to take that baton and say, yes, I know it's going to be tough. I know, it's going to have its own ups and downs, but I'm willing to go ahead. Thank you so much, Bonnie, for sharing your wisdom, for sharing your encouragement, with the potential participants. I know that we've got some of them that are joining us online on Facebook Live on our Female Wave of Change page, and some are already indicating the interest. And I'm hoping that based on what you've heard from the teachers, you will definitely send that message to info@femalewaveofchange.com to be able to get more information about the program. Or if you already have the link to join the program, you can be able to, to use it, or be able to go onto the website of Female Wave of Change, www.femalewaveofchange.com, and click there, for WILD, W-I-L-D, which is, the abbreviation of for the program, and you'll be able to get more details there and be able to find the link to register. So don't waste any time, come in, register, and come and be part of this transformation journey. We now come to the exciting part, the more exciting, not that the teacher speaking was not exciting, but the more exciting part of the program for today, of this webinar, where we will hear from those that have, traversed this transformation journey and what it has, meant and done for them. And without wasting any further time, I think, Melanie, we still have you from, on the program. Melanie is a former ambassador of Female Wave of Change based in Zimbabwe. Melanie Msengezi, may I hand over to you to share with us your experience of this transformation journey.
Thank you so much, Tebelo. It's good to see everyone. It's good to see my teachers, leaders on the platform once again. I'm one of the people who attended Women Leading in Change in 2019. So many things have happened after that in terms of my story and how I've managed to, be my authentic self. But let me just get into, what some of the things that were, great for me in the program. The first thing was meeting new people. Just having this panel alone is new people from all walks of life. And the people who were in my class. I remember we had, I won't mention the name, someone from Lebanon, a pastor's wife, a cancer survivor, and I was there, and people were from all over Europe, USA, and so forth. And just that diversity alone is just so rich in itself. And the different stories we shared, the level of engagement we had, there was no competing with anyone. It was about you, yourself, and, you know, charting the path that you want to, you know, where you want to go. The other stuff that I really enjoyed, and some of it the teachers have touched on, is around self-reflection. And when you do self-reflection, you're speaking to yourself, really, you're being honest with yourself and choosing what you share on the platform in terms of yourself. That is what is just also so amazing. I love the way the exercises of even just self-reflection are done, new concepts. You hear about what is called the tree of life. I will not go into it. You know, join the program and understand how you go about mapping your self-reflection using the tree of life. Just understanding your authentic self. Again, more concepts around what are your flowers, and just reflecting on that and writing those things down. It's just so exciting. The last thing is the way the program is run is it's very engaging. It's not like you're sitting in a lecture room. It's not like someone is talking down on you, but you're all engaged. The teachers are excited. They have rich material. You're engaging with the teachers. You're engaging with the other students in the program. So everything is very inspirational. And week by week, you see yourself changing. And when you get to Bonnie's session where she stops you to reflect, you are so amazed at the amount of progress you would have just made just from each and every exercise. My key learnings, I'll mention a few. One of the things that my personality drives me to do was to always say yes to everything. After the program, I just learned how to say no, how to have that wind down time for myself and not feel bad about saying no. So that's one of the things that I've taken out in the program. It has really helped me to be in the moment. It has helped me to just, you know, enjoy the moments where I have to, you know, switch off about something and not be feeling guilty about saying no to something or someone. The other lesson is if you don't change, nothing will change. So with all the exercises that you are being given, the material, it's now up to you to really go out, practice, and you will see the transformation coming through. Again, I think Mom Yvonne mentioned the issue about identifying your weakness, but also not dwelling on it. So those are some of the things that I learned. The big plus is I can revisit my notes. It's rich material. When I feel I'm going down, I revisit the material because it's material that's life transforming and you're not always successful. So after a year, I find myself in my notes. I find myself, let me tackle this and improve on my leadership, be authentic once again, feel free about who I am and enjoy myself. Thanks so much. Back to you, Tebelo.
Oh, Mel, this is, I mean, you know, what I suppose one could stay and listen to all, you know, that you have learned. I think the big thing for me in terms of what you shared is really around not competing and also being able to see the progress as you were going through the program. And the big one for many, many women, learning to say no, right? That's a big one. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I know, you know, you've moved on, you know, to other and bigger and better things. Not necessarily only because of the program, but I think it just triggered, you know, that the change to happen. Thank you so much, Mel, for sharing with us. And we're glad to see you again in the platform of Female Wave of Change. And now we traverse from Africa to the United States of America, and we are joined by one of our ambassadors who is based in America, Patty Washington. Patty, over to you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. And I just want to say how grateful I am with this class. It really, I had to go through open heart surgery. And going through this class really made the difference. I think it really helped me heal a lot better because I learned that I could have my purpose, even though it's not world changing or anything like that. But it really taught me that my purpose is valuable too. And I think that helped me heal. And looking at the limited beliefs and things like that was so important. Even though I had this new obstacle, which I was not prepared for, this really helped me make it a lot easier and to keep going through these obstacles and to be able to be vulnerable. We had a whole session on being vulnerable, which I'm a military veteran and everything, a single parent. I've always done everything on my own. And so to give that permission to be vulnerable was, especially when I was going through this stuff, because I couldn't do what I needed to do. And to be able to say, I need help. And I was able to reach out to these wonderful women even afterwards. Mommy Vaughn's book helped me so much too, and I got to know her better through this class. And then I was able to reach out to her, reach out to Ingram, reach out to Renee, all these people, and Pam, got me in this. So you keep these lifelong friendships. And Bonnie's group too, because I went through her group too. And it was just amazing of these amazing teachers that we have here that I've gotten to know going through this class and just growing stronger and stronger and being able to tell your story, to have your story there and to know that it's valuable and it can help somebody else. And the tree of life, that was so amazing too, just to go through all that and to really be grounded and be able to connect. I love trees anyway, but just going through these programs. But I think the biggest thing is for me is to really get the knowledge from these beautiful, phenomenal, amazing women and to be able to keep that friendship and to keep them in my life. And like I said, I would not have made it as well without them. So thank you.
Patty, thanks to you for bringing, your energy and your vibe, to Female Wave of Change as a whole. And let me take this moment on behalf of Female Wave of Change and thank the universe and whoever it is that higher power it is that you believe in that was able to support you through that open heart surgery. And we are so happy to see you here again with us and that you were able to share, what you're able to share with us. And I think what I love about Female Wave of Change and also, the Women Leading in Change program is the fact that this is a movement that brings women from all over the world and all sorts of backgrounds. Here we have a military veteran, and we heard from, Melanie, who is an executive in an organization, and there's other people from various backgrounds that we'll be hearing from, during the course of this day. And so if we've been wondering why you should become part of Female Wave of Change, I hope after this session, these testimonies will push something in you to say, hey, I want to become part of Female Wave of Change wherever I am in the world. And more importantly, I also want to complete this transformation journey. Thank you so much, Patty. And now we move from the United States and we fly over to Slovenia to be joined by Alenka Strugel. Am I saying correct, Alenka, in terms of your surname?
Yes, you said it quite correctly. So I know it's difficult surname, so you're great. Well, I joined Female Way of Change somewhere during 2021 as a wave maker. So by my profession, I'm public relations. So I started with promoting Female Way of Change in Slovenia as a wave maker. Later, I became also the ambassador for Slovenia. And I joined the Women Leading in Change program due to pure curiosity. You know, I'm a Gemini by horoscope, so we are naturally very curious about other people. So I wanted to know more about who is hiding behind the program, and also I wanted to know more about the women who would be my peers in the program. So what I got from the program is not only wonderful lifelong friendships from my peers, who are you will hear from some also today, but I was just amazed by how many wonderful, inspiring people are women are in this program as a teacher, who are really sharing their knowledge from their pure hearts, from not only with the intention to transfer their knowledge to us who were at the beginning, let's say, clueless. But also they're really beautiful women from their hearts. So it's really inspiring to be taught by those kind of women. And also my peers were inspiring, learning from their strengths, learning from their weaknesses, from their stories, to just open your perspective on how life on other parts of the world is developing. It was amazing for me. And on the other hand, I later, after the program, discovered that this program came really at the right time in my life. So during the COVID, I lost my program a few months after I finished it. I got divorced, and this program really helped me get my strength, my vision, my what my life should be, and it helped me to move forward with ease, with strength, with let's say to be me. And it was amazing how easy, let's say easy, things developed further, just because I was able, you know, I was working quite a lot of years as a public relations expert, but I was also always working from behind. So, and that was, let's say, okay for me. But after this Women Leading in Change program, I was really able to step in my leadership role as well. And it gave me a lot of satisfaction to be in this leadership role, not only as a mother, but also in my professional life. So I think that it's really transformational. At least for me, it was. I really felt that after the Women Leading in Change program, I am a completely different person. And thank you to all the teachers, to Ingun, Renee, Bonnie, Pamela, and all others. I'm really thankful to meet you all and to show me how I can be myself, let's say. So thank you.
Wow, Alenka, thank you. That was just awesome, you know, to hear your testimony, the fact that I love that you didn't join because somebody asked you to join, but you joined because you were curious. and look at where the curiosity has
Yeah.
led you, you know, in terms of increasing your knowledge about what's happening in the world through meeting other, you know, women, being there to support you, you know, as we were going through a life-changing, you know, evolution, I'll call that, because it's not just a change, but there's a whole lot of evolution that happens, and stepping into your leadership role. So awesome to hear that. And this is for any of you that has not been part of Female Wave of Change. This is the beauty of this organization, that here we are listening to women, you know, with so many testimonies, so many varying testimonies, and more importantly, you know, at different levels in their lives and from different parts of the world. And that's why we're wanting to create this wave of change, so that there's just so many of us that are able to, hopefully in a year's time, also be able to come through and share their testimonies. Thank you so much, Alenka. And we come back to the continent of Africa to be joined by another, you know, alumni of the program, Gladys Shubambiri. I've been connecting with Gladys, you know, on the work that she does, and I won't talk about the work that she does, but wow, Gladys, it's amazing. Let's hear your story.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Tebelo. I'm excited to be here tonight to share my testimony about the Women Leading in Change program. And thanks to Melanie, in 2019, she shared to me about women leading in change. It was just a few days before the deadline, and I managed to enroll for this program in 2019. It was an exciting journey for me. The most important topic that was interesting for me was the topic on self-love, being able to find love for yourself and being able to take time out for yourself. The topic was the ecologies of life, that you need to be able to love yourself first, and then you can love your family, and then it can go to the world. You can now be able to impact the whole world. So I really loved that, and it taught me that I should have time for myself, to take care of myself, because it helps me in my mental health. It helps me now to be able even to take care of my own children. It also now helps me to be able to help others out there in the world, because I will be in good shape, I will be in a good state. And this program also taught us to take action, because we were given so many assignments and we were asked about our action plans, what it is that we want to do after the program and during the program. And I am happy to say that I have grown as a person, and I have grown in terms of even the work that I do. Because of being a part of this program, it has enabled me to have connections, to know that I can have sisters in another part of the world, to know that I can have mothers in another part of the world. One of our teachers was Ma'am Yvonne, and I have managed to network with her even after the program, being so close and learning more and more things because of just being a part of this program. So I am very, very excited that I am an alumni, and this program has really brought change in my own life. And because of this program, the following year in 2020, I lost my mom. But this program taught me that there are sisters all around the world. And the Female Wave of Change gave me a family, and it helped me to go through. In 2020, I would talk to Ma'am Yvonne, I would talk to Ingun, she would even call me. I would talk to so many sisters. I can reach out to Melanie, I can reach out to Tebelo. So this is a really powerful program, which really transforms your thinking, which really gives you personal strength and inner strength, and it enables you to say to yourself, I can become anything and I can do whatever I want to do. And it also teaches you that you are in a part of a big network. You are a part of another woman's network. So I really am grateful for this particular program. which has brought so many changes in my life. I am glad about the growth that I have made ever since doing this program. I really feel that I am also making changes in other people's lives, in other women's lives, even in my own family, and even at church, because of the skills and because of the leadership that I was taught in the Women in Leading in Change program. Over to you, Tebelo.
Thank you, my sister Gladys. Indeed, you know what you've shared around extending your network. I mean, I'm one of the people that have just seen how you have grown your network. If anyone here on the program, whether you're listening to us and here on Zoom or in Facebook, you really want to take advantage of extending your network, get hold of Gladys. You know, she has not been afraid to take action in terms of extending the network, and also talking about your learnings around taking care of yourself first, so that you have enough to be able to then, you know, take care of others. Thank you so much, ladies, for being able to join us and share your testimony. The neighbor of Zimbabwe, you just cross a border to go into the country, and our ambassador in Botswana, Mbene. Mbene, over to you. Kindly share with us your testimony on the program.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so happy to share my testimony with you today. I'm from Botswana, like mentioned, and I did a program a few years ago. I did the program because I just found out from Facebook, like some of us or you who are watching from Facebook, and because my eagerness to learn doesn't stop. I'm in a small village called Nata, which is about 1,000 kilometers from this main city and 200 from the next town. So it's a real small village. But because we've got network these days, it didn't stop me from networking with the world. And when I bumped into this female wave of change, I said that this is something that I would love to learn and know about. And then, of course, going through that, I found about the course, and I enrolled in the course, and I never regretted, because it has given me chances and opportunity to network, to learn from other amazing leaders, other amazing women that with me in my village, because I'm also a community builder. I need to know what is happening out there. I didn't want to come here and close myself in a small village and say, there's nothing I can do. So like now we connect to people all over the world, and I know everything. And as a community worker and I'm a community builder, I take all the workshops and the materials that I learned from other amazing women and share with my community. It has also improved me in my political career, because I'm in the politics. I'm a councillor in my area of Nata. So it helps me as a leader, because I want to be an authentic leader. And from the workshops or the courses and the assignments that I did, I've learned that I need to be true to myself, and I need to take care of myself at some stage, because gone are those days when you say a politician is running from point A to point B. You need to stop and listen to your body and take care of yourself. That's when you can also go and serve others. And at the moment, as I continue with my journey, I want to continue as a transformational leader, because I want to transform lives. And all this I've learned from these amazing women, from Women Leading in Change, because where we talked about the tree of life, where we talked about your authentic life, you know, it's something that you tell your stories and you build from there. So I really am humbled and honored to be part of this team. And as a female wave of change ambassador in Botswana, I'm still trying to share the message with my women in Botswana, and hopefully one day I'll have a team. There are people who shows interest, but I'm not going to give up. And I know that I thank you, Ingwin. You are always there checking on me. Thank you, Lumka, always there checking on me. There are times, in a political world, you know, at times I'll miss a lot of meetings. I'll miss a lot of workshops, but they always send me a message. Are you okay? Are you okay? Because whatever I'm doing, I try and share onto the book on the Facebook page, because what Female Wave of Change is doing is basically what I believe in doing. And I really admire that I'm part of this great team, and I'm looking forward to having more women join this amazing movement. Thank you very much.
Bene, that is so awesome. And thank you for joining us from your small village, you know, and again, this is the value of this movement of Female Wave of Change, that it doesn't matter where you are, as long as you are able to connect, to get connection, you're able to have data, you know, to join some of these events. You know, you are then able to grow your network. You are able to get to see what's happening in other areas. And I love what you said around how it was important for you as a community worker, you know, to be true to yourself and to know what is happening in your environment. And you became, you know, it helped you to gain that confidence to go out there and engage with the community and your political community as well, with regards to understanding what's happening and your eagerness to learn. And I think everyone that has attended the program has been eager to learn. And you know what has been amazing about this program is that so many of the women that have been in the program and continue to be part of Female Wave of Change are people that joined, you know, us at the conference in Johannesburg in 2019. And it's so important to see that the connection that was created there, and even after, you know, the connection was created, people have been able to keep in touch, and those connections are important, that we started them there and we continue them to be there. And we've also noted, before we go to our last two speakers, we've also noted that on Facebook there are so many people that are indicating they're interested to join. So stay until the end, don't go, stay until the end, because we will share with you the dates, you know, around the upcoming program, so that you are able, you know, to register and also be able to gain this kind of experience and testimony that we have heard from our speakers so far. Thank you so much, Mbene. And now we go from Africa back into Europe. Charlie Cooper, who is joining us from Luxembourg. Over to you, madam.
Thank you, Tabella. So I think a lot of it has already been said, and with with the possibility of repeating a few things, I want to very concisely try and sum up my experience. I really resonated with a few things that have already been said, so I'm actually just going to shine a bit of a light back onto those. So there are lots of really good tools that are shared in this program. And they're not just tools, sorry, I've got a cat. They're not just tools that you use once and that you don't come back to again, which can be the case in a lot of these types of programs. They're tools which you can keep revisiting. I really liked what Melanie was saying in terms of she did it and then she kind of comes back and looks at it again and the content and continues to use it. I've also found myself, even though I was only part of the latest cohort to go through the program, kind of revisiting things and refreshing and seeing how, even having just gone through it, things may have changed already. I really found taking the time for myself to do this program was a really big part of it. Actually, that moment to really reflect, to focus on yourself rather than all of the chaos that is going on around you, is really great. And if nothing else, just allowing yourself that time is a really big benefit from this program. One of the things I really personally took from it was the changing of kind of perspective. Being able to meet other ladies from around the world, as I said, it's been mentioned before, but you really see that there are so many similarities, way more similarities than differences. And it really makes you feel connected from it kind of enlarges your perspective, I would say, in terms of how, more similar than different you are. And even though sometimes you can feel like what you're going through is really specific to you and you can get and feel quite alone within that, hearing other people's stories, going on this journey with other people, you really reconnect with the fact that it's not just you. And I found that really powerful, actually, to see how in so many differences we're all still so similar. That change of perspective that somebody else already previously mentioned, in terms of needing to be world changing, and being able to kind of reset yourself in terms of expectations and pressure on yourself as well, that actually you can just deliver what you're able to do yourself in that moment. And I think that it's it's really nice that you kind of reset your expectations for yourself, focus back in on the smaller things that you're really able to do, really able to change, and build that up. Stop trying to be world changing from the first day. Do something small, make a small change, and it'll build from there. So thank you so much. Again, it's such an amazing community. It's been mentioned before, the opportunity to connect with so many amazing women in terms of the teachers, the leaders, the other people going on the program as well. It's just an awesome, inspiring program to be a part of. So thank you, Tebelo.
Thank you very much, Charlie. And let me, on behalf of all the members, say welcome to Female Wave of Change as our new board member. So we're really excited, and it's really awesome that, you know, Charlie has joined. For those of you that may not be aware, Charlie recently joined Female Wave of Change as a board member. And isn't it amazing that she's also, you know, been able to complete this program and be able to share with us, you know, all of this wonderful, you know, testimony that she has. And I love what you said, Charlie, about the fact that you realize that there are more similarities, you know, than differences. And I think that goes for all of us, you know, that are part of the movement and have been, you know, in the organization and have completed this transformation journey of women leading in change, where we all realize that we actually have more similarities than differences. Doesn't matter where we are, you know, in the world. So thank you so much. And we have a surprise past a student or alumni of the program who is here with me in South Africa. Tato, over to you. Just share with us in maybe a minute what you have learned, you know, when you were part of the program.
Wow, a surprise. Okay. So, I mean, like Charlie said, a lot has been said that I would just be repeating. For me, I also had an incredible opportunity to be part of the back-end team or the support team for one cohort. So I saw the meticulousness that went into putting the program together. I saw the seriousness and the overall just, you know, wanting this program to succeed, and all the time going through it with the, you know, with a small pin to say, what can we improve? Where is it not working? Where can we make more impact? And for all of us, it was really just about impact. It was about focusing on making sure that every individual that leaves the program is already empowered to do something, is propelled to immediately do something different. Either they're empowered or they've gained some courage that they didn't have as they started on this program. You know, when we, and most of my cohort members are here on the team, actually, most of the people who shared, I was in the group with. And when we started the program, all of us were at different journeys. We all, as now, you know, we all on our different journeys. Some of us were starting out businesses. Some of us, you know, we've just been mothers. Some of us were starting, you know, new organizations. It was just a number of people on different journeys, and all of us had something that we were looking for, or at least we realized that during the time that we spent here. And I think the quote that I'm going to say now from Michelle Obama's Becoming, Michelle Obama, resonate with this thing that we are on our different journeys. And she says that for me, becoming isn't about arriving somewhere or achieving a certain aim. I see it instead as a forward motion, a means of evolving, a way to teach, tech continuously towards a better self. So for me, and that is exactly how I view life and how I view this program. There is on personal development or professional development, there is no destination. There is no, I have arrived, I've got it all. So although most of us on the program had at some point in our lives been on some professional or personal development program, we found something incredibly special on this one. And that's because we are always becoming, we are always evolving, we never arrive. And so my invitation to somebody who's asking, maybe sitting there and asking themselves if they should be on this program, is to say, what's there to lose? Because there is no arrival point. So there is only something that you can gain, and only if you allow yourself and open yourself to grow some more and to learn some more and to contribute some more. Because as some of my colleagues had shared on the journey, really what made it more special or more powerful was through ourselves sharing our different journeys, our different experiences from different backgrounds. So that's what I learned. For me, it propelled me to mine. I was already starting what my next. It just boosted me with an extra dose of courage to go forth to what I wanted to say. So I hope that's my 1 minute, Ostebello. I hope I didn't do bad. I know I can talk, but yes, it was it's an incredible program. But what for me, it's also beautiful is that all the time it's kept on, it's evolving, it's being reviewed, it's being enriched to make sure that it's still relevant and empowering as it is intended to be. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tato. Thank you. Yes, you were still within. Thank you so much. And thanks for sharing with us, what you gained, and also bringing that behind the scenes experience, because a lot of these programs, we get into them, and it's when we hear from somebody like you who says, I was there in the background, and I was there in terms of seeing how we can continuously ensure that it keeps creating the impact that it's intended to do. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. And it's great to see you again. It's been awesome to see everyone. I can't believe that we are close to ending this session. It's always awesome when we're together in Female Wave of Change conversations, and time feels like it's just flying through, and hearing from all our teachers and having heard from from every member of the alumni. There are so many others that have completed this program over the years. And what is exciting is that we would really like to encourage those of you who have heard today what we have shared, or will hear, when you listen to the recording in the future. We'd really like to encourage you to jump in, join us to be able to come and enjoy the ride. And as we've heard from our alumni, this is a truly, truly transformational, journey that we will be having. And what is exciting for the year 2023 is that there will be 3 programs that will be run of Women Leading in Change, with the first one starting, on the 15th of March. That's the first program, pardon, something just came in and disturbed me. That will be the first program, that we will be having. The second will be in June. So if you're not able to make it in March for various reasons, note that on the 21st of June, we will also be, having the next program. And the last program that will take place this year will be on the 27th of September. So note the dates, but the dates will also be available on our website. So do go onto our website, follow us on Facebook, Female Wave of Change, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, where we'll also be sharing, these dates with you. And as we, we'd love to see as many people, and as we've had today, we've had so many people, that have come in and joined us from, all over the world. And the question has come in to say, how early do we need to enroll? The sooner, the better. You will obviously look at the dates that you have. And I think if you give us at least 2 weeks before the start, so we know the numbers, it would really be lovely. And thanks for the slide that we have seen there, Lumka. But before we go, I'd like to share something with you, and I'll hand over to Lumka, who will talk on this next slide. Lumka, if we could get this slide off for a moment, just for a moment. Before we go, we've got some exciting news for Female Wave of Change members, for the supporters, is that, and our exciting news is that on the 15th and 16th of September, we are meeting again in person in the Netherlands. We will be having our global conference on the 15th and 16th of September in the Netherlands. And what we would like to do right now is that we would like to run a poll, because we have started, with the preparations of the conference have started, and we'd like to get your feedback and your sense, in terms of what do you think, or your sense of the theme of the conference will be. And I think there's a poll that will be coming up just now. We'd like you to just quickly click on it. And there we are. The first, there's the question, the theme of this upcoming conference. And we are asking you as the members and anyone who would like to join us, please click on any one of these that you believe should be the theme of the conference coming up. Hopefully you are able to see it and you can submit. And the reason why we're running this poll is because we're saying, you know what, we have been here since 2017, right? And most of you would know that in 2019, we had the in-person conference. In 2021, we had our 2020 and 2021, we had our, online conference, and we're now all excited, about coming to meet again, in person, and seeing all of these stories again being shared. Ingun, do we see that we have most people that have responded to the poll?
I don't see it, Tabello, but
Okay.
I think most of you are sitting and again, like very relaxed. So I think you all voted. So I'm going to end the poll and I will see the results afterwards.
Okay, we will definitely share the results with you, and obviously you see it in the information. There we are. I'm not sure if I'm seeing this only me or you're also seeing it, but 43% of you that have voted have said that authentic feminine leaders creating circles of change should be the theme for the conference. Thank you so much for your input, ladies. And the team that's working on the conference will work with that and take it forward. And for those of you that are not part of Female Wave of Change, would like to become part of Female Wave of Change, go onto our website, www.femalewaveofchange.com, and you'll find all the information. And very soon, there will be also information available with regards to the upcoming conference. We will be looking for sponsors, we will be looking for speakers, we'll be looking for everything to make this another exciting conference. So be on the lookout for the information. If you're a female Wave of Change member, you'll also note that on social media, we've also sent, another poll where we'd like to hear from you so that we understand how many of you will be able to attend the conference. As you know, these conferences are exciting, they are transformational, and they just push you as a female change maker onto the next level. Right, Lumka, can I hand over to you to be able to share with us then the exciting offer that we have for those that would like to join us, for the next Women Leading in Change program that's scheduled to start on the 15th of March.
Yes, thank you very much, Tibelo. Thank you to the teachers and everyone who have shared. I'm sure everyone now is looking forward to be part of this program and experience all this on their own. And as Tibelo had mentioned, that in 2023, we conveniently running the Women Leading in Change program in 3 times so that we can accommodate as many people as possible. If you can't make it on the server, so if you can't make it on the day in March, so you still have 2 more opportunities to actually join the program. So for those that would like to join immediately, we're inspired this evening. We have great news for you that in the next 48 hours, the investment is just 11 weeks of your life and only 145 euros. So we're going to be running this promo for the next 48 hours. Those who would like to join and experience this journey on their own. Would like to invite everyone who has been inspired. If anything had touched you today, or if you are that person who feels like you feel like you want to have an impact, or you ought to have an impact in this, but you just don't know how, or you don't have the courage to do it, as Tato put it, it's just need that little push. This is the opportunity for you to choose from any of these dates to join us. And like we said, the exciting part is only for the next 48 hours. So don't waste any time. Do go to our website and register for the program. Thank you very much.
Lumka, can I ask just one question? So yes. What exactly is the code?
The code is the code for the promo. I'll share the code now. It's Women Leading in Change. Let me type it there.
Okay.
Because I didn't.
So for those of you that would like to.
It's Women Leading in Change promo. One word. Women Leading in Change promo.
Promo. Oh, okay. So I would like to add, can I add one thing to that promo? Yes, because I'm so excited. And after all these stories, and, we're seeing all these faces and, really getting that excitement back. I really also would like the ones who are registering for the first one. So the one who is starting on March 15, you will also get a free membership of 1 year of the Female Wave of Change directory. And that is actually a fantastic place to meet with each other and to reconnect with each other, but also to really, to share what is going on, if that's a business or in your work or in your project or whatever. Ask for help, ask for support, but also if you feel like, wow, I've grown, I really evolved, we heard that word regularly. I really evolved and I really would like to help others to take that next step. That's all things that we can do again in that safe space. The Female Wave of Change directory. So not just the 500 euro, the 50 euros discount, but also really the ones who are deciding right now that you will get that free access to the Female Wave of Change directory.
Thank you so much, Ingun. And yes, that is, a great part of being part of the organization, that, we've got this directory where you're able to meet a broader network of women who are part of Female Wave of Change. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever it is that you have joined us today, thank you so much We hope that you've been inspired by the messages that you've heard and, the testimonies that you've heard from everyone that has been here with us. And if you know anyone that having heard this today, I definitely need to speak to this friend, this sister, this colleague of mine to join this program. Please do not hesitate to do so. Let them come on, because there is a big transformation that takes place when they are part of the journey. And Charlie, thank you very much to your cat for joining us as well in this session. We always love it when when animals, come and join us. So thank you everyone for being with us and spending this time with us. It's really been great. Again, stay in touch with us through our LinkedIn page, our Facebook page, our Instagram page, our Twitter, posts. Come onto the website, see what we are doing, share what we are doing, because there's a lot more that's going to be coming, especially as we are preparing for the upcoming conference in September. Thank you so much. Namaste, and may you all be safe wherever you are, and have a great and awesome week ahead. Thank you and good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Good night.
Mhm.